It's time for the Mohney Show. High atop the third story of the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful downtown Centralia. The star of the show, Steve Mohney.
Yes. And welcome to the Mohney Show. Paul's with me.
Hey, how'd you like my intro?
Very, very nice. High atop the roof buildings.
High atop the historic Gibson House overlooking beautiful
downtown Centralia. You know, and I intend to capitalize on that during the lighted tractor parade.
Yes, especially if they go down through the alley behind us, then you'll have a great view.
I forgot all about that. Oh, we don't have any windows in the front, do we?
Well, they are, but we don't have offices in the front. Those are other folks.
Maybe I could...
You could knock on the door and say, hey, can you let me in?
You know, that's a possibility.
That is.
Maybe we should have some kind of a... We should ask the folks in the front there if we can have some kind of a party.
Well, it's like the lighted tractor party. When is that parade? Do you know?
Let's see. We're
gonna have to work on that.
The one in Chehalis, the Santa Parade in Chehalis, is always the first Saturday in December.
Yep.
And I do believe it's the following Saturday in downtown Centralia. And this has become just such a huge thing. I mean, so many families get together because folks are coming back from wherever. Kids are coming home to visit their parents and grandparents, and so they all go down there, to downtown Centralia, where we are right now.
Yep.
And see the lighted tractor parade.
By the way, folks.
Yes.
I have an issue.
Uh-oh. It's an issue. Go ahead.
If you think it's a good idea to drive behind houses through the alleys to take a shortcut, stop it.
Oh.
I don't like all the traffic that goes behind my house. After every time there's a big event, whether it's the car show, whether it's
noted
Antique Fest or the lighted don't drive behind my house, please.
Really, this is for anywhere in the Centralia area.
I would think so.
Well, because we're
use the roads, please.
I don't even know where you live.
No, exactly.
But just use the roads.
Yeah, just use the roads.
Well, what do we have the alleys for?
That's for the houses.
Like delivering?
No, that's, you know what? In fact, don't worry. I'm just going to put out a gate.
Okay.
I'm just going to put up my own gate. If you run into it, that's your fault. Stay on the roads, please.
There you go. We went from the lighted tractor parade.
Neighborly.
We went from the lighted tractor parade to stay out of my alley. That's just wonderful. No, I'm looking forward to everything that's coming up. We're about halfway through November right now.
Yeah.
And so, of course, you got Thanksgiving that's really close.
Man, it just goes by so fast.
It does. And you just got done with a whole bunch of sports over in Yakima for the Eli Sports Network.
I was in Yakima this last week, left on Tuesday, got back yesterday. 4 days of state volleyball. We had the 1B, 2B, and congratulations, by the way, to the Rainier Mounties. The Rainier Mounties stunned the number one seed.
Really?
Adna, and knocked Adna out of the championship round. Adna did come back, and they finished strong. But Rainier got into the Final Four. They finished fourth, their best finish ever. So congratulations to that.
Nice work.
Also in the 2Bs, Manson was the winner. They're over there above Chelan on the other side of the lake.
Okay.
Small school. Their first state championship ever in any sport.
Nice.
And they won it all. And so that's a really cool story. And they've been around for quite some time. I don't know how old that school is, but they've been around so that's a long time.
So it's across the lake.
Yeah, it's if you go up on the other side of the lake from where we are. So,
okay.
Yeah.
All in the Yakima Sundome, right?
All in the Yakima Sundome. We had the 1Bs, and there Mossy Rock had another good run. They got into the Final Four. Nia Bay finished second. It was Oaksdale again. They are a beast of a team. That's I think, 3 or 4 state titles in the last 5 years.
Oh,
something
wow.
like that. Yeah,
Very
they've
good.
been on a run
Okay.
for sure. And then on Friday and Saturday was the 1A and 2A. And 1A Chelan. So Chelan, 3-time.
How are
champion.
you not hoarse?
Well, I took some shortcuts. But
Okay,
nonetheless, Chelan won A state titles 3-time in a row now. That's a three-peat.
Wow.
And so it's kind of cool. Chelan wins the state title, and Manson, they're neighbors.
Yeah.
And Manson getting their first ever. So that's kind of a cool for
very
that
good.
area. And then Columbia River down there, the Rapids is their mascot.
Fitting.
I said, you know what? I think we're going to have to change the name of the Rapids. I said,
to what?
The way they rolled through this tournament, they should be called the Falls. The Water Falls was more like it. They just demolished everyone.
We'll petition
in their way. Ridgefield was second.
Okay, very good.
Black Hills ended up 8th. So 3 of the 4 District 4 in Southwest Washington schools in the 2A came home with trophies. It's a strong area. That's the 3rd state title for Columbia River.
Okay.
So get this. So Columbia River has now won 3 state titles in a row in volleyball. They've beaten Ridgefield all 3 times. And the 2 years before that, Ridgefield was a state champion.
Whoa.
So 5 straight years, it's been Ridgefield or Columbia River as state champions. The last 3, it's been the same two teams. I think volleyball is pretty dominant from this this southwest area of Washington. So
and Sundome, it's a great place to have it, isn't it?
Yeah. You can get up real close to them, and there's 5 courts going on at one time. So a lot of things going. So, and I'll be headed back again this week for the 3A, 4A state tournaments Friday and Saturday. We also have all 6 Final Four soccer. There are 5 girls tournaments going. The 1B, 2B, 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A, and then the 1B, 2B boys are going as well. So there's 6. So we have the 1B, 2Bs at Federal Way.
Okay.
I've got Sebastian, Noel, and Vaughn. They're covering that for us there. Mount Tahoma has a 1A, 2As. That's where Matthew, our producer, will be.
Right.
And then at Puyallup, we have the 3A, 4A school.
I'm exhausted. How do you keep track of that?
It's all written down.
Okay, fair enough.
And then, of course, we still have state quarterfinal football coming up at the same time. And we also had Matthew and Noah at the diving and swimming championships last week as well.
Now that's an interesting thing there.
Yeah.
How do you kick that off?
Well, I by giving it to someone else to do. That's how I do it. Now, next year I'm going to petition the WIA.
Yeah.
For a new.
I think I know where.
I think we need to have some spectacular opening.
Oh yeah, like some music or something.
Music, loud and blaring, and then I was thinking, the sky. You know how the skydivers come and they have that cloud of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we strap that to your back.
Yeah. Oh, I'm involved.
And we'll have Mohney at the very highest dive. We'll start the smoke flying, and you can do a cannonball into the diving pool.
Off the biggest dive.
Off the biggest
board.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And I think a helmet with goggles. with your American flag Speedo. That would be. Could we start off swimming that way?
Let's just not even think about what that might look like. Okay, let's just.
What if you do it? I'll come
really
right after.
You will?
Yes.
Okay, there's a possibility.
So, in fact, maybe we could do some type of duo. We could work on. Well, it's not happening.
No, it's not going to happen. What do you want to do? A choreographed cannonball?
Cannonball. No. And I got done with that. There'd be a 2-hour timeout while they refilled the pool.
No, they're not only that, but there'd be sanctions against any school that was involved.
Well, I'd come up and they said, "Steve, have you seen my Speedo?" of lost.
All right. Boy,
No one wants to see that.
Enough's enough.
So
Okay.
before we finish, let me finish up with sports. After this week, all we have is football left. Of course, winter sports are just starting. They're starting to practice this week. But as far as playoffs, the Saturday after Thanksgiving is semifinal football Saturday. All 12 semifinals will be played. We'll be at all of them. And then the following weekend, December 1st and 2nd, will be the state championships. That'll be at Husky Stadium this year.
Okay.
So the 1B.
Just drove past there.
1B, 1A, and 3A will be on Friday. The 2B, 2A, and 4A will be on that Saturday. And the reason you drove just by it because you got some big news of the weekend.
It was a super fun time. My friend Eric and I, from the last episode, we did kind of a KISS preview with all the KISS props and stuff. We went up to Vancouver, BC. I'd never been to Canada before. And drove across the border and saw KISS up in Vancouver, and part of this farewell tour. Kind of hard to take them serious on this. Take them seriously because this is like the 15th farewell tour, but I think they mean it.
I think so
because they were in such a good mood at the show. They were joking around, and it was a little bit more loosey goosey, but it was the best KISS show I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And they were having a lot of fun, like they were, okay, this is kind of the end of the road here, and it was a great show. A couple of hours, and row 11 on the floor.
Wow.
Got great pictures. We'll post those for you. And it's just a good time.
And you're going to post them where?
Well, on the Mohney Show Facebook page.
How about that? Yeah, see, we're getting Steve into this whole new media.
Well, I have to have people do that for me.
Exactly. We have staff.
Yeah, right. At any rate, great show, fun time. They continue through Canada.
I'll say this, folks, and I know you're going to get this up, but the opening video that Steve has, tremendous.
It really turned out good.
And I have to say, did you have your glasses on while you were doing that?
No.
You did that blurry? Because the picture was just completely, was it automatic focus for you?
No, I was focusing. I was the one that was focusing that.
Really had to
I did. That? I worked at this.
Wow.
I didn't, folks, I didn't want to be one of these people that stands there. Oh, man, they make me so mad, and it makes the artist mad, too. We were close enough to Gene and Paul. I'm sure they were looking down there going, oh, who's that jackass? But I had to do it.
It's like 100 people.
Well, there was. I mean, I had to get some decent video because it's their last tour, and I wanted to bring it back and post it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it did turn out really good. I can't say the same for the audio because it's digital.
Yeah.
The old analog stuff sounded so much better when you replayed it. You'll get the idea. The audio's, it's so-and-so, but we'll get that stuff up. Yeah, kind of a recap. Yeah, it was a really good show.
Really, it looked like it was going to be fun.
We had a little bit of trouble getting our tickets.
You know what? I will say this. Whether they're serious about doing it, I can see why they're serious about this. Is it? I mean, they're getting up there.
I think Gene's 72, 73.
That stuff on. It's not in the not just the makeup, but the whole shebang. It looked like
Gene's packing around about 40 pounds of costume there.
Yeah,
those big shoes and
So now will they do maybe a little thing here or there?
I think
they might do that.
I think it's Vegas.
I don't think it's going to be some big
tour again.
Yeah.
No, I think they're heading to Vegas. You do the Vegas shows. You don't have to travel everywhere.
Yeah.
So I guess at this rate, we'll just have to kind of trust them that this is the final tour. Which I think it probably is. So anyway, great show. Glad I went. First time in Vancouver. I will say those guys at the border are a little bit cranky, though.
Well, yeah. Probably.
What are you declaring? There's a bottle of beer back there and a KISS T-shirt. Proceed. There you go.
There you go. All right. So coming up, we have the Santa Parade. We have Thanksgiving, the Santa Parade, and then the Lighted Tractor Parade.
Absolutely.
And
next week's show, we talk way more about Thanksgiving because that's right.
Yes.
That's right before it.
Before we get to that, I don't think it's too early to let the cat out of the bag on something else.
I wasn't going to do it because, it's your cat, but go right ahead.
Yeah, the cat is tired of being in the bag.
Yes, very much so.
On Wednesday, the 20th of December, over at the the hub.
Go, man, go.
Go, man.
We'll make the announcement.
Go. We're going to have a little concert.
Yes.
We're going to have a holiday concert.
It's going to be good.
And it's going to star Mr. Ty Herndon and a full band.
Full band.
Country superstar, Grammy nominated Ty Herndon, who's been at Music in the Park in Chehalis. We've had him there 3 times. The last time, every time we bring him, his crowd gets larger and larger.
Yep.
This will be the first time that we'll have a full band with him.
Right.
And it's a holiday concert. And this one is not a free one. This is a ticketed one, and tickets run between $40 and $60.
But it's totally worth it, and also for a good cause as well.
A great cause. We are also partnering with Centralia Youth Sports. As we know, a lot of folks know, they've suffered a double levy failure, not just once, but twice in the last 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Things are real tight. CYS, Centralia Youth Sports, was formed based out of that to try and help with some of the shortcomings. And so a good portion of the proceeds are going to go to Centralia Youth Sports, which will help youth sports from K to senior, K-12. Yeah. It's going to help across the board. So it's going to be a great cause. There's only 600 seats. So they're going to go fast.
They are.
We've got some bleachers that we are selling separately to corporate sponsors where you can buy your own set of bleachers.
Have a whole bleacher.
You can get a hold of us here at Eli Sports. Get a hold of either Steve or I, one way or the other, if you're interested. And so a lot more to come. There's going to be some other fundraising efforts. I think that there could be some silent auctions or raffles or other
Christmas trees or something like that. Very festive.
Yep. And so we're still in the organization, but the website is up. It's on Eventbrite.
That's right.
And you can go to...
You can get tickets right now, which I would really recommend because you can get good front row tickets, or, they're all going to be good seats because it's not that big of a venue. And we've got it cut in half.
Yeah. Well, quarter.
Yeah, a quarter. So just a quarter of the
40. So 600 seats right there.
But on the other hand, it's not, you're not trapped in there either. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I would encourage folks to get online early and grab tickets. So.
Oh, you're absolutely right. They're going to go fast. There's going to be several ways. You can look at Eli Sports Network Facebook page. In fact, we're going to put it up on the Chehalis Music in the Park Facebook page as well. It's going to be on the Mohney Facebook page.
On the information.
We're going to get it out there on Twitter, whatever it is now.
Yeah.
We'll have it out on that as well.
X.
X. Everything like that. And so find it, get your tickets on. It's going to be a tremendous show. It's 90 minutes. It's going to start.
It's a
7:00 start. And we think there's going to probably be a short intermission is what we'll have in there. Ty has got he has done a holiday show for several years. Whether he'll just play just holiday music or slip in some of his other songs or not, he's going 90 minutes. So you never know what you're going to see or hear from him. And he's so engaging. Yeah. Folks have fallen in love with him around here, and he's just kind of he was our first big name that we brought in to do a local show, and so it's really exciting to have him back.
He does so many traditional Christmas songs, and they're just very nicely done. Put you in the Christmas spirit. Like we mentioned before, kids are coming back, for the lighted tractor parade, and
kids are out of school.
So we made sure that the kids will be out of school, so it wasn't some deal where you had to get up the next day and go somewhere. They've also got the Boris Park lights, that exhibit that will be going on. So
that'll be going on.
Maybe hit that, first, because that opens up, earlier as soon as it's dark, and then hit the concert
or hit the concert and go through it afterwards.
Exactly.
Because it's not,
what a family night. What an old fashioned Christmas
family night. We'll mention that, yes, there will be some adult beverages that will be available, but folks, this is a family event. those will be upstairs, and that's the only place that you can go. And we just, if folks come and they early and they want a glass of wine or something like that. This is not, we don't have Iron Maiden here.
The crew's not coming, man.
Exactly. Motley Crue's not pulling in here, or it's not a big boxing UFC match or something like that. So
it's family night.
And the folks over there that run the concessions, that they'll be open as well and take care of you. And we'll have a lot more details to come. But
and we'll have the kids helping too.
Yes, absolutely.
It's going to be a fun night.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, I have a list that I'd like to talk about. It's kind of a funny list about first dates.
Okay.
This came out a while back, but I still want to talk about it. So go into a break. When we come back, Paul will raise his eyebrow again, and I'll shake my head. That's right after this. Point S, Centralia OK Tire is a proud sponsor of high school sports and wishes all teams good luck during the postseason. With the playoffs starting, that means the weather is changing. And that means tough driving conditions with ice, rain, and snow. Point S, Centralia OK Tire invites you to stop by and have your vehicle checked so you're ready for winter driving. Studded snow tires, studless snow tires, and tire chains are in stock and ready to put on whatever you drive, and with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S, Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia. And we are back on the Mohney Show.
Here we are.
Okay, Paul, I saw this a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, oh, man, I can't pass this thing up here, so let me get my glasses on. You ready for this one? Okay, a new survey asking women where they do not want to be taken on a first date is dividing folks.
Okay.
So, list of 28 venues included a bunch of really popular restaurants, apparently, where gals don't want to be taken on a first date.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
Number one was the cheese.
You're going number one or 28?
No, I'm going to go number one. I'm just going to go number one. We might not even get through that because it's a pretty long list, but we'll highlight some of these places. Okay. I guess the reason I'm bringing this up is I can't figure out why the list is like this.
Okay.
Because it doesn't really make all that much sense.
All right.
Okay, so the number one place that gals don't want to be taken to on a first date, the Cheesecake Factory.
Really?
Why?
I don't know.
It's not like it's not cheap. That's not.
No, it's there's one up at South Center and
it doesn't seem like
it's not a cheap date.
I was going to say it doesn't seem like it's really that cheap of a place.
No.
Number two, Applebee's.
Okay, I guess that's the part of the neighborhood they don't want to go to.
I guess it is. I mean, you could do the thing, the first part of the date, and then go to Applebee's after.
I guess.
I don't know. Chili's, we don't have a Chili's here.
No.
A Chipotle, there's one up in Olympia.
Chipotle?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Olive Garden. I love Olive Garden.
All right.
You wouldn't want to.
I'm not a fan.
I like their salad. Well, you get the soup and salad.
Yeah. No.
Okay. All right.
I have my own list when we're
the
done.
Movies.
No one wants. They don't want on a first date because they want to talk.
I don't want to talk. I just want to go to a movie.
Yeah.
Your house.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's number 7 is your house.
Probably should be number 1.
Yeah, exactly. Number 8 is any fast food chain.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough. Buffalo Wild Wings. All right, it's a sports bar, whatever.
If you like
I guess
sports, maybe not.
You can't. If you want to talk, you can't hear each other. Which it depends on who you ask out. Maybe you don't want to hear each other.
That's true. Yeah.
Number 10 was Wingstop.
Same thing.
Same, yeah, exactly.
Apparently, wings are out.
Exactly. Number 11 was Red Lobster, which I like Red Lobster.
Yeah, the cheese biscuits.
Those things are delicious.
Hey, you want to be here? Give me your biscuits and get out.
Exactly. But you know what? I'll tell you what else. You don't order that high-priced seafood, and you, the waiter or waitress, bring me an entire, just a big vat of those biscuits.
Big vat of clam chowder and a big basket of biscuits.
Number 12.
Get her a salad, and then she can leave.
Yes. Because at this point you're going, why'd I ask this girl out?
That doesn't work for me anyway.
Number 12 is a buffet. Well, good luck finding a buffet these days.
Good luck finding the buffet. And how is like the Royal Fork not number one?
I was going to say.
Maybe they like to mix up their drinks.
Well, not only that, but I mean, this person has accepted a first date from you. Don't they know that you're going to take him to a buffet?
Yes.
They know a little bit about how cheap you are.
Yeah. Well, again, what was it? I grew up in the Tumwater area,
right
there, and so was the Royal Fork.
Oh yeah,
there on the east side.
Yeah.
You take your glass.
Yeah.
A little orange.
A
little root beer.
Right.
You mixed it all up.
Graveyard.
Look at what it was awful.
Of course, it was awful.
Awful.
It's a graveyard.
But apparently, only being number 12 on the list.
Well, it gets better.
Something that they like to do. So, all right.
Number 13, IHOP.
All right. Yeah. Hey, well, that's like
breakfast.
Yeah. Hey.
Well, go ahead.
IHOP seems to be the second date, which would be if the first part of the date went well, and then you woke up, and then you had to go to another.
Right.
So
this is the next morning.
Right. But to start your date off at breakfast, I agree. That makes sense.
Number 14, Denny's.
Okay.
And not the house, the restaurant.
Yeah.
Number 15, the gym.
I'll go out on a date. You're gonna have to get some. You're gonna have to
say
some powder.
Exactly. And before we do the gym, we're gonna go to church. That's number 16. And then we're going to go to Starbucks, and then coffee dates are out. I'm going to move real quick on this. Ice cream dates, family functions. No.
Yeah. Hey, you want to go on a date with me? I got this neat funeral to go to. Would you like to come with me? No?
Well, that's not a bad idea because it takes the pressure off you during the funeral.
A lot of pressure, and afterwards, someone brought a casserole. So
it's a free date. And you guys are cheap. Now, here's one that I know is going to make you mad because, this is just fun here. First date for bowling.
Why not?
What's wrong with bowling?
Yeah.
I think that's a good first date.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
There's a foot odor problem. She doesn't want to take they don't want to take their shoes off.
I'm not taking my shoes off. Well, a foot odor problem.
Foot odor. Frankly, I think I have a foot odor.
Okay, we're doing Seinfeld. Oh, no, I knew we were doing Seinfeld. How about a hookah bar?
You got to be careful about how you say that one.
I know.
Because, if you say it like you're from Boston, that's a whole different bar.
I know it is. How about sports events? Let's just move on.
Okay. Fine.
Sports events. I think sports events are good first dates.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, because you can talk, and then if it's not going well, you don't have to talk. Then
No.
I didn't want to interrupt you. I thought you were watching the game.
Even better than that, you just get up and go, I got to get a hot dog.
Yeah.
I'm good. You want a beer?
Yeah.
You go up. You never come back.
Hey, I'll tell you, one of the best places to go?
Yeah.
Horse races.
Yep. Done.
I'll tell you that right now.
You want to wager?
Yeah, a little way. You don't have to wager. You can sit there, but you're.
I'll tell you what. Take her down to the barn down there.
Yeah.
If it's like I said, if it's going good, you're a hero for knowing somebody down at the barn. I guess
Exactly.
If not, leave her at the barn. Hey, I'm done.
Was that number 28?
No, they kind of they repeated some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, a Waffle House.
All right.
That was number 27. So, Yeah, I don't know. Some of these I thought were
weird. Yeah, I guess.
I guess were they?
Where can you go with it?
Where are you supposed to take somebody on a first date, especially here in the Twins? You can't. Okay, they don't want you to go to the movies. They don't want you to go bowling. They don't want you to go to a family function.
I guess you could. Apparently, you can go golfing.
Well, it's winter though.
Yeah. You can go
see
to
where
the Skaterama.
You mean the roller drome right down the
roller drome?
Oh man, the roller drome was great when I was a kid.
Take them to the roller drome. You can take them there.
Skating's fun.
According to this.
Did you skate when you were a kid?
Not very well.
You could take them skiing at White Pass.
Yeah.
Hey, here's something. How about clam digging? What? Clam digging. It's a fun-filled day. Take an extra set of clothes and clam digging.
Clam digging over at Palmer Lake.
What are those guys doing out there? Okay.
We limited out.
Okay, so there's a couple of celebrities that said that they couldn't figure this list out either. So LL Cool J, he shared photos that his plans Wednesday night, a while back here, were to go to the Cheesecake Factory. He says, first of all, what the hell's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? And then somebody else said, ain't nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory. Not only is there nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, the Cheesecake Factory ain't that damn cheap. So that's just a couple of different folks. Other folks said, what are you supposed to do? You've taken everything and ruined it.
Yes, exactly.
That's my interpretation. Next first date, not that I'm going to have one, I'm taking them to the tractor parade.
Hey, there you go. I did take them to Music in the Park.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
That's a good one, too.
It's free, too.
How about, during the summertime, you can go up to the lake.
Yeah.
How about a picnic?
Or you could go over to, the hobo showers. Or the spray park, whatever that is.
Oh, yeah. The what? You could go pose by the pool that's been filled in.
Hey, so back to the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, I'd never been.
So last year,
yeah,
I covering some event up there. Anyway, we're in the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, so you're in there. Yeah.
I said, I gotta ask, how tired are you or people coming in? Who is Sheldon here or something like that?
Because, oh yeah.
And
that's Penny. That's Penny.
The lady goes, "Oh my God, you wouldn't believe it." I go, I just can't believe it. How many? If you don't know, it's part of the Big Bang.
Well, yeah, but Penny worked there.
Yeah, she worked there.
Yeah.
And so
Leonard and Sheldon were always there.
The lady that waited on us, she says, I'm asked that probably 10 times a day.
Shut up.
You're not original. It's not funny. It's just stop.
No, it's not funny at all.
Stop. So anyway.
I would not have thought of that. Thank you.
I'm just trying to be a helper. You know how I am.
You're a good helper. Okay, we're back to sports here. After my lame list there. I thought it was better than it was.
Hey, it was all right. It was an eye-opener.
If you've got kids.
Notice, by the way, no pizza places on there. So apparently.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to go to Domino's to pick up the pizza?
I was just going to ask you that. You know what you do there? You get online, you order it, and you get your points and all that stuff. And then you go up to the pizza window over there at the Fairway Center, and you get your pizza, which I will say, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with that place over there. Every time I go there, it's hot, it's right, it's ready.
There you go.
Wow. And if you're feeding a bunch of kids, you can get different pizzas. Of course, kids don't like anything but cheese. But,
yes. Yeah.
I'll pick it off. So that's what you do. You order the pizza, you pick it up at the window, and then you drive around the building and sit in your car. Or if it's not raining, it's a tailgate thing.
There you go.
And that way nobody gets a mess or anything anywhere.
Yep.
So and it's a perfect first date too.
I guess apparently that's the perfect first date.
So what did you guys do on your first date? Well, we went over to Domino's, and then we got the pizza. We circled around. We got the pizza. And then we sat there and watched them change the reader board at the Southwest Washington Fair. and it's kind of weird because, I text her, I called her, I emailed her, whatever. You want to go out again? And strangely enough, there was no response.
Yeah, no response.
She said, I'll tell you what, go down to the reader board area and wait for me.
Yeah. No way.
Okay, we're going to talk about sports here during the next segment of the Mohney Show. You're leaving.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Coach Joe from Centralia College.
Yep, Joe Chirhart.
New to the program, and this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, with him over there, kind of waking things up, new blood, all that stuff. So
he is the interim athletic director, stepping in for the long time AD Bob Peters, who has been there and just been a Joe said he learned so much. Yes, program that they named the field after him.
Exactly,
the field is Bob Peters Field. But Bob is stepping down, and Joe's going to fill in for the rest of the year. And he's also the new head men's basketball coach there as well. And so they're going to get through this year and sort everything out.
Right.
But I know that you had a chance to sit down and talk with him. And you asked me for questions, and I said no, because I wanted you to ask questions from your perspective, which is of one that you didn't know a whole lot about. And that's the best way to go about that.
Well, not only asking, him questions about what he's going to do in the sports side of it and the coaching side of it, but man, there's so many new things at Centralia College. That field is just, I love driving by there because there's stuff going on there all the time.
Yep.
And it's just so nice to see
the whole campus.
The field, the campus, the lights, the whole 9 yards, instead of some dilapidated old house. With a thing that says "Do not enter." So
special thanks to Steve Ward for decades.
Yes,
over there.
Yes,
that has just reimagined that whole area.
Beautiful. And one thing that I do ask Joe about as well is the housing.
Yeah,
that brand new student housing.
Yep.
Right behind John L. Scott.
Yep.
Spectacular.
Yep.
But a reminder, too, I think we're going to have to start thinking about, Locust and Centralia College Boulevard. The speed limit's 20 through there. There's too many people out there. I think it has to be 10.
Yeah.
So a lot of people. Anyway, coming back, we'll talk with Joe.
Yep.
And that is after this. Point S, Centralia OK Tire is a proud sponsor of high school sports and wishes all teams good luck during the postseason. With the playoffs starting, that means the weather is changing. And that means tough driving conditions with ice, rain, and snow. Point S, Centralia OK Tire invites you to stop by and have your vehicle checked so you're ready for winter driving. Studded snow tires, studless snow tires, and tire chains are in stock and ready to put on whatever you drive, and with a warranty good at over 200 locations. Point S, Centralia OK Tire, 1741 Harrison Avenue in Centralia.
This welding program is centered around getting your state structural certifications. They come in, take the welding core classes, get their work done that is pertinent to what they're going to do out into the field. So the industry of welding is booming right now.
There's construction, there's pipe fitting, there's sheet metal, there's opening your own fab shop. Always going to have an opportunity to be a welder. We always need welders.
And we're back with the Mohney Show. Thanks for being here. Very special guest today in the studio. It's Coach Joe from Centralia College. And welcome to the Mohney Show. Man, I'll tell you what, we were just talking a little bit before we went on camera. And you've got lots of ideas. I mean, this is a big deal for Centralia College, isn't it? Tell us a little bit about your background and what's going on here.
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, I appreciate you having me here. Awesome opportunity to kind of help put Centralia College brand out there and get our name out there to kind of, maybe elevate what the knowledge of the college, right? So for me, my experience is I've recently, last week, I was hired as the interim athletic director here at the college. Back in May, I was also hired as the head men's basketball coach as well. So lots on the plate, but I'm super excited about it. For me, I've been coaching high school ball for about 15, 16 years locally. Spent some time at Yelm High School, Olympia High School, and then most recently I spent about 8 years coaching out in Tenino. When it comes to my administration hat, I spent 5 years as an athletic director out there in the Tenino School District as well. So very proud of some of the things that we were able to do out there in Tenino. Introduced a number of sports, hired a bunch of great coaches. Thought we did a great job of expanding our brand and making sure that we had feeder programs for all of our teams. Worked really hard to make sure we could get varsity, JV, and freshman teams for all of them. And I think we made a statement and started having some really competitive teams in the 1A. And so moved on from that experience. I came on down here to the college and have kind of been welcomed with open arms.
Absolutely.
Was on staff last year as an assistant with the college boys team. And then when the opportunity presented itself, when Mr. Bob Peters decided he was going to be stepping down and retiring, I thought it would be a good opportunity and kind of hit the ground running.
So is that something in the past couple of years you've thought about is being involved with college sports?
I think, I played basketball here at St. Martin's here in Lacey. And so I think when you have played or participated at that college level, it's a different type of competitiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I was always hoping and wishing that we could get to another level like that with some of my high school teams. But I think my passion and my energy is best fitted at this college level. And we'll see how it works out.
Well, I think it's the perfect time because there's been so many improvements at the college. I mean, that big, beautiful field, man, that's spectacular. I mean, we went from the way it was with, the houses and stuff there, and now it's all cleared out. It's a state-of-the-art facility, isn't it?
Oh, man. Yeah, Bob Peters Field is amazing. It's a dual sport complex, and so you get, we have softball coming out of one end, we have baseball coming out of the other end, and then we have the soccer facility as well for both boys and girls soccer. With the introduction of boys soccer this year for the first time in the fall, it has really done a lot. I think personally for me, in addition to elevating the campus beauty in itself, it's a huge recruiting tool. I think when you get kids out of state that show up and see that field, it's hard to say no. I don't think there's too many teams in the West that have a facility such as that. We take our baseball teams and our softball teams that were initially practicing and playing on local high school fields, and now we have our own facility. It's hard to say no. A full field, the lights on at night,
yep.
The music blaring, the scoreboard light and bright. It's a pretty cool atmosphere.
It enhances the entire neighborhood.
Oh man, and it just like you said, it elevates everything within the community. And I think there's also lots of room for more. We could do kids camps, we can extend and do showcases, we can do lots of things. But I also think the ability to make partnerships with local schools, allow them to possibly rent out the facilities, things like that. Lots of opportunities with that field for sure.
The college has expanded not only with the field, but it's just a terrific facility. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're going back to school, if you're coming out of high school, if you're doing a running start, there's something for everybody there. Yep. And in fact, I just finished up there a little while ago. I was really impressed with the whole thing. And now, campus housing as well.
Yep.
That brand new facility that's Centralia College Boulevard.
Yeah, definitely. I think that it continues to play into our ability to recruit. It's nice to be able to tell a family, from out of state, hey, we got an opportunity. We have an area where we'll be able to house you, and we'll be able to put you with other basketball players or other soccer players or things like that. It's a huge plus. I think my first year here last year, having to wait around for kids to drive to campus, having to, maybe take them home, things like that. That's always a tough juggle. But being a block and a half away from campus,
you can just walk right down.
And you walk right down. It's hard to really, it's hard to not enjoy the opportunity, right? And so,
you forget something at home, you don't have to, worry about it. You can walk home, grab it, come back, and do whatever.
Well, and the amenities of the new housing as well. Fully furnished, things like that. And so, there was some excitement about getting those teams to be able to be together in pods. I know for me as a basketball coach, I really enjoy having all of my guys together. They're all on the same schedule. If we got 6 a.m. practice, they all can roll over together and things like that. But it also allows a lot more team building and team continuity. So lots of pluses, like you said, lots of excitement, lots of good things happening here on campus, and I feel very fortunate that I get to be a part of it for sure.
So as far as the first year, expectations.
I think if I was to put expectations out there, I might be, overshooting myself. I think the expectation is just to continue to work hard, you know what I mean, and grow programs. I want to continue to make sure we have full rosters, making sure that our coaches have the ample ability to go recruit. What I think the goal, hope and goal was to try to get some more local kids to really buy into Centralia College. I think we've got to have some success in the wins and loss records as well, but I know if you're growing up around here locally, Centralia College may not have been something that you looked up to, and I'm hoping now with some of these new facilities, some new great coaches, that we can get some of those kids to stay here. It's always a pain if you lose a body that's local and they go to another team and then they come back and beat you, and you'd like for some of those local kids to be able to stay here and help kind of expand our brand and with some buy-in of other local kids. So we'll see how it goes.
And with just a great facility, why go anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope and goal. And I think when you would go to these other facilities, people are like, oh man, look at this weight room, and oh man, look at this great buildings, and things like that. And now we have those things. I think the Michael Smith Gymnasium has got kind of that old Hoosiers feel with that upper seating balcony. I think, like I said, with the new Bob Peters field, it's really going to be hard to find another school that has better athletic facilities than us. And so, we match that with our great coaches, and we'll be on the roll.
What about recruiting?
Yeah, I think I really enjoy recruiting. I think if we're talking about basketball specifically, I think recruiting is going to be something that I'm really good at. I think I'm very relatable to kids. One being that I played at a high level, playing at St. Martin's. It kind of helps families and kids kind of trust that I have some knowledge of what's needed, right? And then when we talk about the facilities, I think that kind of recruits in itself. But the excitement of getting people on campus and seeing our thing and seeing our facilities, seeing our teams is huge. Specifically for me, when I go recruiting, I actually like taking a couple of my kids with me. I like seeing, if I got freshmen that are going to be coming back the next year, I like getting their opinions on, hey, that kid plays hard, or, oh man, that kid might not be a great teammate, those things. And so you'll see me kind of load up the van with some basketball kids, and we'll pile into a gym and watch a game. But I'm hoping that, we get a lot of coaches are on the same aspect of going and recruiting and getting some local bodies and things like that. So
it seems like you seem to be the perfect choice here.
I don't know if I'm the perfect choice, but I think if they're looking for somebody with some excitement,
you have
some energy,
lots of it.
Yeah, some energy and some excitement. I love athletics. I think everybody was meant to do something, and I think I may have found my calling.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of supporting kids, but in addition to that, also putting together great programs. I think if you weigh your hat on wins and losses, you may not be as successful, but I think if you continue to weigh your hat on our kids coming back to your program, are we graduating kids? Are we helping kids move on to 4 years? And if not 4 years, are we helping them get at least degrees and things like that? And I think I have a passion for that. And I have a passion for celebrating kids. I think you're going to start to see a lot of excitement. You might get tired of saying Centralia College, but I think that's my job, right?
Well, it's
on social media everywhere we go.
It's not something that you can just do, part time or when you're at the school or whatever. It's something that you're interested in all the time, and that's what you do. That's who you are, and that shows through. It's
kind of a lifestyle, you know what I mean?
It's exactly.
And I think I feel very fortunate that my mentor in Bob Peters, he did it for 38 years, and you raise kids, his whole family.
Yeah.
Hearing the story of his kids from, his daughters to his son, and then also his grandkids of being in that gym, being raised in it. I have hopes and aspirations of possibly doing the same with my family. But it's a family type atmosphere that I think will lead to success. But like I said, it's a lifestyle. When I drive through Centralia, I make sure that all the lights are off, the fences are locked, doors are shut, right? Things like that. When I get here in the morning, it's the same thing, making sure that facilities are open so that kids can come in and lift and condition.
They depend on you
and do all those things. I like being the guy that helps those kids be successful.
And later on in life, they look back and they go, man, the coach really helped me, step along in life. The coaches are positive figures.
For sure. Sure. I think, the goal would be for alumni to feel welcome when they come back, right? But also building those relationships is huge. Building relationships as an administrator, building relationships as a coach, but even building relationships as just a mentor. I don't only have to coach my basketball team. I can be a mentor for some of the young men on the baseball team. I can be a mentor for some of the young kids on the soccer team. But relationships are huge. There's when you are in college, especially if you are from not a local. If you're not local, sometimes those long nights and long seasons, they start to weigh heavy on you. And so, me being from Alaska originally and coming down here to St. Martin's and playing, I kind of lived that lifestyle. I also had a major injury. I tore my ACL my sophomore year, and I had to redshirt. And so, there's those bouts of depression, there's those bouts of doubt, there's bouts of, losing that confidence. And I think if you always have somebody that has experienced that or has an open door policy where you can come in and vent, you can come cry, laugh, be angry in my offices, things like that. I think having that support system is huge. Once you get to this age, you don't really call home as much, right? Mom and dad aren't nearly as cool, right? And so you got to be able to have somebody that's not mom and dad and not a coach, but maybe somebody that you can trust in it. And I'm hoping that I play that role for some kids. When I was at the high school level, being an athletic director, it was really important to me to build those relationships. And I think every decision I've always made has always been in the best interest of kids. And I'm hoping I'm able to do the same here.
Now you're from Alaska. Any kids up there that might be coming down here? Is that in the pipeline? Or
Yeah. I mean, I currently I have one kid on my roster right now that's from Alaska. His name's OJ Dibdahl. He is from Juneau. 6'7" kid, runs the floor really well, but has a high motor. I'm looking to try to get as many of those Alaska kids down here. I think if you look at basketball specifically, Alaska has sent some kids through the NWAC a lot. I know currently right now there's 4 or 5 kids on rosters. I think there's one at Bellevue, McGuire Hamey. I think Julius is down at SWAC. There's another kid playing at Peninsula. But we also had a bunch of kids last year that were in the NWAC that were from Alaska that have kind of moved on to some 4 years too. I think there's a hotbed for talent up there, and not just for basketball. I think there's an Alaska girl. We have an Alaska kid on our girls soccer team. I think there's another Juneau kid that's on our baseball team. And so I specifically think that there's some talent up there that can be brought down here, but it's not specifically only to Alaska too. I mean, I'm from Alaska and I have some knowledge and some networking up there, so that might work in my benefit. But I think being able to help kids understand the importance and what we can do here at Centralia College is going to be huge. So
get them down here, definitely. What about locally? Around here, maybe Lewis County, you got your eye on some kids here as well?
Definitely. I think Centralia is a good opportunity for some of these Lewis County kids, right? You get some of these 2B schools that produce some athletes that I think are tough. Centralia's got some athletes. WF has always got some athletes. And so, I think helping these kids in the, South Thurston or Lewis County area is going to be huge. I'm excited. I really am. I'm excited.
What about folks locally, like just us in the community? What's the message you want to convey about, hey, we're changing things up here a little bit, and we got the new field, the excitement is here, it's back. What
for sure?
What about that?
For sure. I'm really hoping that we get an opportunity to have all of our athletes kind of dive more into the community. I know for me specifically, when we talk about basketball, I would really be dumb if I didn't go over to the hub and start to build a relationship with those guys over there, right?
Yeah.
Currently, we work some tournaments that are there with some local companies that come down and run these tournaments. But, being able to throw a couple of my bodies on the clocks, have them kind of run clock, run gate, help out in those types of youth events is huge. And I think we have a ton of other coaches that are interested in it. I know our baseball coaches do a great job. They do a showcase and a prospect camp. I know, speaking to Noel, our new boys soccer coach, he's interested in doing those same. And so I think there's a lot of excitement about growing our programs here, for sure.
Well, I know you're going to do good.
Well, I appreciate it.
You've got everything going for yourself. There's a lot of excitement here, and that's just fantastic. So thanks for being here today on the Mohney Show. And you're talking to the least sports-minded person in this building. You know that, right?
Oh, you're doing good, man. Killing it. You're doing good. Have you come keep some stats for us too.
By the way, KISS is going to be in the Northwest. Are you a KISS fan?
You know what? I don't know if KISS is in my age range.
Right.
But
you're far too young for that.
A little bit I don't know if I'm all the way to being a KISS fan.
People kind of off the cuff here. Do some people mistake you for being a student?
I tend to get that every now and then. I do. I tend to get that.
You walked into the office and I went, oh.
Yeah, some people ask me, where's my backpack? Things like that. But
that's good.
It's okay. I think some youth and excitement is good. Not to take away from anybody who's been here, historically with all the experience, but
no,
I think there's you need a good balance of both. And I'm hoping that some of my youth and excitement and energy kind of, feeds into others.
Oh, it will.
And hopefully we get some excitement. So
it'll rub off. Coach Joe, thanks for being here. The real estate market is changing, and John L. Scott can answer your questions with a free market analysis. If you're a homeowner, it's really important to get a current market analysis. It only takes a few minutes of your time and contains valuable information about your biggest investment. This might be the year to make a move and take advantage of this market. For your free market analysis, see Laura Lee today at John L. Scott, 900 West Main in Centralia. And we're back again with the Mohney Show. Now, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
To be able to talk with, he said, yeah, just call me Coach Joe.
Coach Joe. Yep.
Coach Joe. Great time learning about, what his plans are, where he came from, that type of stuff. And, boy, he's got some energy, doesn't he?
He does. A ton of energy. Going to make a big difference over there. So excellent on that. I know we're wrapping this up. Just, again, a reminder, folks. Ty Herndon coming to town Wednesday, December 20th, 7 p.m.
It's a really big show.
Over there at the Hub Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And tickets are on sale now.
You can
go to the Eli Sports Network Facebook page.
Right.
The Chehalis Music in the Park Facebook page. And it's going to go up on the Mohney Facebook page as well. Plus, we'll have other entries, other ways for you to get to it now. Yeah. But only 600 seats available. They're already selling. The ticket price is $40 to $60, depending on which area you want it. You can go in and just like your favorite ticket selling place, Ticketmaster, you get to go in and pick your own seats. Though you pick them up, click them up, boom, and then you have them, and get them early.
It's going to be a spectacular night. We'll talk more about that, obviously, coming up next week. Now, next week's also, a couple days before Thanksgiving. So
our Thanksgiving,
it'll be our Thanksgiving show,
our Thanksgiving special, right?
I'm already hungry.
I know. Will it rise to the level of the spooktacular?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but it's going to be fun.
Potatoes, and real quickly here, what's your favorite dish for Thanksgiving?
Me?
Yeah.
Do you really want to know?
Because a lot of people say, turkey. That's not my favorite.
My favorite is turkey.
It is turkey.
It is, but it's not on Thanksgiving.
Oh, next day.
It's the next day on some bread and the hot turkey sandwich the next day.
It's so
good. You can't beat that.
No, it's so good.
Day of, I'm pretty traditional. I don't like a lot of. I'm picky as well. Mashed potatoes, turkey, roll. You got to have a good roll, though.
Absolutely.
Don't give me a hard roll.
No.
I want a dinner roll.
No.
I don't want a sourdough hard thing there. I don't want
At the Mohney house, we've been blessed because Tammy, my wife, she makes the best rolls and homemade.
Yeah.
And then my sister-in-law, Kim Mohney, she makes my mom's recipe from a long time ago. They're like the croissant type thing.
Okay.
But somehow Mom did something to them where they don't taste quite like that. And we all grew to love that recipe over the years. Yep, I mean, they're great. So she'll make those, plenty of rolls, lots of gravy.
Yep. Lots of gravy.
Stuffing is my big deal. Love stuffing. Sorry.
No, you can love it. But I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, I know.
I hate it. I hate it all. And I don't like the oyster stuffing that they come up with.
I'm not putting oysters in there.
But there's some people do.
Well, some people put nuts and raisins and...
No. Not eating bread coming out of the turkey's rear end. I'm just not.
It's not.
I'm not.
Tammy makes the best stuffing ever known to man. I have a hard time when she's mixing it, staying out of the kitchen.
All right.
Okay, so that's...
My now.
Okay.
My big, family favorite is not even the dinner. It's the appetizer ahead of time.
Right.
What
would your mom do?
My mom made the shrimp dip. Oh. Cream cheese and shrimp and stuff, whatever, and it's delicious. And so, with all the football games going on,
now
chips and dip, and then Mother would be in the kitchen.
This could be out of
walk in and she'd say, "Get the hell."
Okay, that's what I was going to say. So I guess it's not out of line. So,
Yeah,
so your mom, I've heard so many stories about your mom, and she's cooking dinner. She's got 3 boys. She's screaming at them.
Yes.
Give us a little bit of a dose. Does she have a Pall Mall?
No, that's Dad.
Oh, that's Dad.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Mom had the Marlboro.
Oh, okay.
She believed in a filter.
Not your dad.
Oh, my dad. You gave him a cigarette with a filter, you'd tear it off and then put. No, he never really smoked either. He just had it in his mouth and just kind of puffed.
It's like Burgess Meredith.
Kind of. So
Yeah.
I wanted to get him one of those,
Yeah.
big, long filter. Yeah, he wouldn't do that. So
Like the Corella DeVille.
So not only would she have that, sometimes, would have friends over, and if she had any of her friends over at any time, they were called pussycats.
Oh.
It was a drink mix with bourbon, and you mix this up. Oh, let's have another pitcher of pussycats.
So they mix it up, put it in the fridge?
Well, they put it in their glass.
Yeah. But it was in a pitcher.
Yeah. So just
Okay.
a couple of Christmases ago, they don't make this drink mix anymore. It's called Pussycats.
Okay.
I found a box unopened.
Whoa.
From 1969.
Where?
On eBay.
Somebody was cleaning out their mother's pantry. Oh my gosh.
And so I bought it for my brother. So we have and we'll get into this even more because I think, because he and I, we have
this is a good one.
We have a fierce gift exchange challenge, and I normally win. He did get me a couple of times, but I did a throwback gift, so I got him that.
Yeah.
I found a couple of cans of Craigmont Pop. I found
from Safeway.
Yes, I found a couple of boxes. The old, remember, we used to buy potato chips. They were in a box, 2 bags in a box.
Nally's potato chips. But even before that, 2 bags side by side, one on the top.
Yes.
And then
that was the bonus. That was the big.
Yeah.
That was the big box.
Then they did away with it.
Yes. So I found some Nally's boxes of potato chips from the early. I think it was 1980 or something like that.
Still around then, okay.
The reason that they kept these boxes is the whole back side, it was a Mariners trading card.
Okay.
And so they kept it as that.
Okay.
So I found them that, and I found some other things. I think
You're good.
I think I found a tab, old tab, I was trying to find a milkshake candy bar, but no one has one of those.
Oh, yeah, those are good.
They were. They don't
give me a tab. Hey.
He loved chocolate stars, which were big back in the 70s and 80s.
Chocolate
Just
stars.
A little, and they came in the bag that now you find the blue sharks and gummy bears in.
Okay.
So you used to get a bag of chocolate stars. He loved those. They still make them. I found it. 6-pound bag of it. Oh, yeah. 6
You're not
pounds.
messing around.
No, I don't mess around.
You're good.
Had that flown in from Pittsburgh.
You're a good gift giver.
Yes. Well, we'll talk about my gift giving strategy and belief and philosophy when we do our gift exchange.
Folks, at this point, most show hosts say we're out of time.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
Oh,
because I'll tell you what, I say when we're out of time.
All right.
And we're not really out of time. We just don't have anything else to say. So until next week's show, it's been the Mohney Show.